Hey guys, I'm coming to you today in my unplanned, unprepared glory to do a spur-of-the-moment resin pour, which I have done once before in my life, and it went terribly! So we're gonna see how this goes, and if it's awful, you get to laugh at me. So, you're welcome. Yeah. Let's do it!
We're going to begin the experiment today with making sure that our space is ready for resin, because this is a messy process. Let me tell you, messy process. So I put down some aluminum foil and some paper. If I were to do this again, I would probably add some sort of bowl with edges. Nothing went wrong this time around, but I could see some resin overflowing and ruining some stuff. So make sure your space is clear. Also make sure that your surface is very, very clean. And by surface, I mean like the surface of your artwork. Make sure it's free of dust. Do a little wipe. I have this brush. I did this before the filming started, but I have this big fluffy brush that's for watercolors that I use to just kind of whisk all the dust off and extra particles, because that's going to be stuck on there once you resin it. I am using a resin I got off of Amazon called Art and Glow, and it's working pretty well, so you know, check them out. And I poured it, I mixed it, and I'm spreading it out. This tool I'm using to spread is like a little sponge brush. I wish I had used something different in the second round of resin that I do a little bit later. I do use a different tool that works out quite a bit better, but this worked this time around, you know, it wasn't too bad. I'm making sure I get all of the sides and even spread. It's kind of self-leveling, so at least there's that. And now that I have the actual resin on, poured, and spread out throughout the piece, I'm using this product called Diamond Dust. It's actually little slivers of actual glass that go directly onto the painting. And these are supposed to be really cool because they're clear, so you can see the art through the glitter. Otherwise I would use normal glitter. So I'm spraying that about. You can see I used a glove to put those down because, like I said, it's glass. So you need to wear gloves when you're using that. Please and thank you. It's really important. You'll cut yourself up. And now I'm using a heat gun because the internet said heat gun. The heat gun I have is really, really big and industrial and not meant for crafts, but it is working and we're using it. And that gets all of the bubbles out of the resin. It's also kind of blowing around my glitter. So I'm wondering if I should get like a craft level smaller heat gun and use that instead, because the little bits of glitter I put on there are not going to stay where I put them. But it's more important to not have bubbles than to have glitter, so we'll just put some more in there. There we go. Also worth mentioning is a flat surface is a really good idea. You can see that the surface of my desk is not exactly even. There's a couple different boards, one sticking up all funny, and that is on my list of things to do. That might be a video later, we'll see. But you really want to make sure you have a flat surface, because as I said, it's kind of self-leveling, and if you have a not level surface, that's gonna go kind of wonky for you. You also want to make sure that your painting is completely dry before you do this. Dry times, you know, they vary by painting, by type of paint, by the places you live, by humidity, and all sorts of stuff. That could be a whole nother video, but make sure your painting is absolutely dry before you try to add a resin layer to it.
There we go. Alright guys, so it is actually 2 days later because things got wild yesterday. My epoxy resin, there we go, those are words. It's all dry, and overall, like, I like the way the resin looks on the painting. It's very protective, it's very shiny. I don't like how my super special glitter came out. I'm not sure if you can see this on camera, but it made a bunch of like divots in the epoxy, and it kind of feels like any of it that's actually covered by epoxy isn't as shimmery. So that might be something I continue to use with other paintings and not pieces that I epoxy resin. And what I'm going to do today to you know, fix it is add another layer of resin. More sticky time, yay! So this is going to go pretty much how last time went, but hopefully without the divots. And I'm going to try adding some more differenter glitter that I have sitting around. And this is, I'm super bad. This is glitter I've left over from like a couple of years ago, and it is not biodegradable. But I you know, don't want to throw it out because it's not biodegradable, so I'm just going to use it on pieces that will not be thrown out because it's art, hopefully, God, until it's gone. That's what I got. And then I'm going to start using the biodegradable glitter that I have. Okay, so this is the resin, this is the hardener, right? Wait. Resin. Yep, okay, resin, hardener. We're doing the resin first. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do the resin first. It doesn't actually say, but I feel deep in my soul that you're supposed to do that first. This cup is full of crap, so we're getting a new cup. See if I can even move this one. It's like a resin. Nope, not moving that. That moved and jiggled about way too much for my liking. All right. Let's do... Thank you very much. It's about 1/4 of a cup. This time I got fancy. I have an actual stick thingy that they tell you to use. I have a college education. Can you guys tell? Stick thingy, cup stuff, resin things. My brain has the knowledge of what these things are actually called, but it decides not to give them to me all the time. Sometimes it's like, no, you're fine. You don't need this. You use that brain memory on Final Fantasy this week. You can't remember words. And I'm like, well, you're trying your best. Mr. Brain, I can't fault you that. Alright, so we're gonna scrape all that extra gunk out of there. A boop. A boop. And then we're gonna get our hardener. Just like last time. And same amount. Hopefully. 1/4. That comes out much easier. It's not nearly as goopy as the pre-mixed resin. Cool. And then we start. This glitter into my mixture, like just a little. Oop. Never just a little bit of glitter. That's not how it works. And I'm gonna add that directly in there, and you know, we'll see how it goes. This could go terribly. I don't know.
Strawberry, if you're sacrificed to the art gods, then so be it. We have to learn to destroy our darlings.
This thing is very useful. I wish I'd had it for my first round. These little sticks, I want to call them popsicle sticks. I know they're not. Tongue sticks for doctors? That sounds worse. No tongue sticks, Megan. Let's not. Oh my god. I am in love already. That's beautiful. Oh my god. Glitter.
That makes everything better.
Okay. Oh no, this is gonna be like something I have to do all the time now. I am so in love with the glitter. Surprising no one, but like, oh my god. It's a whole new process. I feel like the more cool I get with my paintings, the longer it takes for me to actually make them, and the more expensive it all gets. For me and for people who buy them. But you know what? Shiny sparkle glitter time, alright? This week has just been turning on the news makes me have an existential crisis. So we're just gonna shiny sparkle glitter time. Now, one of the reasons I'm really excited about this is resin is supposed to be an excellent protector for your art. So like a lot of times people put Mosh Posh, and like by people I mean me, and you're not really supposed to. It doesn't actually protect your artwork that much. It's not, as they say, archival. But from what I read on the internet, and the internet would never lie to me, resin is archival. So that's pretty cool. It helps protect from sun damage and fading, and it physically protects your piece. You know, if you drop this, you get a huge old dent in it. You're denting the resin, not the art, and you can theoretically fix that. Theoretically. There we go. Very nice, she said, complimenting herself. Sometimes, when you spend all your time alone because of a global pandemic, you just gotta compliment yourself because no one else is gonna do it. You guys, it's, what, day 4? Yeah, I've been doing this project for 4 days. Resin is no joke. But it's day 4, and I have to show you this baby. Look at her. I don't know if you can see how marvelously shiny this bad boy is, but I am in love with this process now. I'm gonna resin everything, like everything. And the last layer, I think, the glitter. Look at this glitter. Calm down. The reason I love this so much is because you can look at the strawberry from the front, at the painting from the front, and you still see the whole painting. You know, like it's not obscured, but it has this glimmery, shimmery to it. And I was really worried adding glitter would make it so you couldn't see the work, like it was gonna obstruct the view, so to speak. But it is perfect, and it is super gloss. I'm a gloss lady, and it's, excuse me, very protective from everything I've been reading online. So I'm excited to do this to my work when I'm traveling, so things don't get those little nicks and dings that they do when I travel for my art shows, whenever those start up again. But yeah, this was my adventure into resin pouring on a whim, and I'm pretty excited about it. I also tried a canvas. So this is actually a wood board piece that I painted instead of a canvas. I've been really into wood boards recently. The major difference just being the texture. Like they're not that much different in cost or anything like that. Ugh. Big noises. Oh no, my resin stuck to my cup. That's fine. But I also tried a resin pour on a canvas. And this was not my favorite painting. I love the little birdies with their mom. It's super cute, but the colors just didn't come out the way I wanted it to, or the way I wanted them to, rather. And I thought that would make it a really good candidate for experiments. And I like this too. I think the resin looked better on the wood panel. However, it doesn't look bad on this. And when the light hits this now, you don't get quite as much of that canvas texture, that really bumpy texture that I get when I buy store-bought canvases. And I don't make them myself or sand them myself. I did a boo-boo and some resin stuck to the cup I was using to prop this up, so I'll have to peel that off here in a minute. But that's fine. I'm not planning on selling this guy. It was my experiment piece, and now I know better. But glitter resin it's my new favorite thing. It's so cool. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think this was a successful experiment? Is this the sort of thing that you'd be interested in? Should I do these on more of my pieces? If you have any questions on how I did this, I know I was a little enthusiastic in my walkthrough. So let me know if you have any questions, any suggestions. If you're a resin expert and you see something that I did wrong, let me know in the comments, because I went by the seat of my pants, and you know, sometimes you just do that and you have a good time and you break some eggs and you make some cool stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching my video, everybody. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. Do that whole dance. I've got, you know, I've been posting a lot more videos on my YouTube channel, but I also have a Facebook page that I'm on frequently. I have a Patreon where I post a bunch of little extras. You can see like my in progress shots of these drying on there, as well as some pieces that I'm currently working on in the studio here. I don't usually like posting my works in progress except for on Patreon. So if that's the sort of thing that interests you, pop on over there. It helps me out quite a bit. This is my full-time job. All I do right now is paint and make prints and make art and do murals. So any little thing I get from anybody, it means a whole lot to me and it keeps me going. So if you like my work at all and you have any extra spare change sitting around, burning a hole in your pocket, even $1 a month really helps you guys. I know that sounds really pyramid schemey or like I'm just throwing you a line, but it adds up and it's a lot and it means a lot to me. So thanks for watching. I'll have another video up next week. I'm trying to do these weekly, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.